Winter 2026 pulled up swinging, and Isekai fans are eating good. Today I'm breaking down the absolute best new and returning Isekai this season, with hype, hot takes, jokes, and zero filter. Kicking off with number 6, Frieren Beyond Journey's End Season 2. If you thought Frieren was just vibes, tears, and long silences, Season 2 quietly reminds you why this series hits different. The story keeps drifting through time like a memory you didn't realize still hurts. Frieren isn't rushing to save the world. She's walking through it, slowly realizing what it meant to be alive with others. And somehow that's more dangerous emotionally than most demon lords. Season 2 leans harder into magic lore, aging and regret, while still sneaking in gorgeous fights that feel earned instead of flashy. Stark remains that one friend who accidentally becomes cool by being honest, and Fern is still judging everyone with her eyes. The pacing won't be for adrenaline junkies, but if you've ever stared at an ending and wished you appreciated it more, this anime understands you. Villains aren't screaming evil speeches. They exash and they disappear, just like people do. Frieren's power feels terrifying, not because she flexes, but because she's been alive long enough to stop caring about proving it. If you want explosions every 5 minutes, look elsewhere. If you want something that sits with you days later, this is your stop. Winter 2026 starts emotional on purpose. This is Emiverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Sliding to number 5, Kunon the Sorcerer can see. Kunon doesn't scream its gimmick at you, and that's the trick. A blind sorcerer who sees magic instead of light sounds like pure anime nonsense, but the execution is shockingly grounded. Kunon reads the world through mana flows, emotional echoes, and spell residue, which makes every scene feel slightly off in a good way. This isn't an overpowered flex fest. Kunon earns every win through awareness, patience, and understanding how others underestimate him. The show loves flipping expectations, especially when arrogant nobles assume blindness equals weakness. Spoiler, they learn quickly and painfully that perception beats eyesight every time. The magic system feels thoughtful without dumping a textbook on your face. Fights are tense because Kunon doesn't always have full information, and that uncertainty carries real weight. Supporting characters shine too, especially allies who slowly realize they're following someone quietly terrifying. It's not perfect. The pacing occasionally stalls during exposition, and a few side characters feel like tutorial NPCs. Still, the emotional core lands. Watching Kunon navigate a world built for people who can see, while outplaying everyone anyway, feels satisfying without being smug. It's smart isekai, and Winter 2026 needs more of that energy. Landing on number 4, there was a cute girl in the hero's party, so I tried confessing to her. Yes, the title is ridiculous. Yes, it sounds like rom-com bait. And yes, it absolutely knows that. This anime thrives on self-awareness, poking fun at heroic clichés while still delivering real character growth. Our protagonist isn't chasing glory, he's chasing feelings, which instantly makes the stakes more awkward and hilarious. The hero's party feels like a dysfunctional group chat that somehow saves the world. Everyone's powerful, slightly unhinged, and emotionally unavailable. Confessing love in the middle of demon raids becomes the running joke, but the show surprisingly respects emotional consequences. Rejection isn't a punchline, it's part of the journey. Combat exists, but it never overshadows the character moments. Battles feel like interruptions to unresolved feelings, which flips the usual isekai formula on its head. The cute girl isn't just a prize either. She's conflicted, focused, and painfully aware that romance and destiny don't mix cleanly. Some jokes miss, and certain episodes lean a bit too hard on misunderstandings. Still, when it clicks, it really clicks. It's messy, honest, and oddly relatable for anyone who's ever fallen for someone at the worst possible time. Comedy with consequences hits harder than expected here. Looking at number 3, Isekai Office Worker, The Other World's books depend on the bean counter. This one sneaks up on you. You think it's spreadsheets and boredom, then suddenly you're hooked. Our protagonist isn't slaying dragons. He's balancing budgets, optimizing supply chains, and accidentally reshaping an entire fantasy economy. And somehow it works. The humor lands because it treats paperwork like a superpower. Watching nobles panic over deficits while this guy calmly calculates solutions is weirdly thrilling. The anime roasts traditional isekai logic by asking, who pays for all this? Turns out someone has to. What really sells it is how tension comes from negotiations, not swords. When numbers don't add up, kingdoms fall. The villains aren't demon kings. They're corruption, greed, and short-term thinking. That makes victories feel earned and losses sting. The pacing stays tight, though a few accounting-heavy scenes might lose casual viewers. Stick with it. The payoff is watching a world evolve logically instead of magically fixing itself. But trust me, number 3, it'll mess with your head in the best way possible. This is peak "why is this so good" energy, and winter 2026 wouldn't feel complete without it. Almost at the top with number 2, Easygoing Territory Defense by the Optimistic Lord. This anime wears its smile like armor. The protagonist is absurdly positive, but not clueless. He believes kindness is a strategy, and watching that belief get tested is the real hook. Territory management meets emotional intelligence, and somehow optimism becomes lethal. Instead of conquering land, he improves it. Instead of crushing enemies, he converts them. And yes, it sounds soft, but the show never pretends the world is fair. Threats are real, betrayals hurt, and optimism doesn't always win immediately. What makes this shine is contrast. When violence happens, it feels heavier because peace was genuinely attempted first. Supporting characters evolve naturally, especially former enemies who struggle to trust someone who refuses to play by cruel rules. The animation during large-scale defenses is better than expected, and strategy scenes stay engaging without overcomplication. A few episodes lean into idealism a bit too hard, but the emotional sincerity carries it through. This is comfort isekai with teeth. It believes in building something better, even when the world keeps pushing back. Winter 2026 needed a hopeful powerhouse, and this one delivers without feeling naive. Taking the crown at number 1, Hell Mode, the hardcore gamer dominates in another world, with garbage balancing. Hell Mode doesn't apologize. It throws you into brutal mechanics, unfair systems, and a protagonist who thrives on suffering. The world hates him, the game rules are broken, and that's exactly why it's addictive. Our MC isn't overpowered, he's overcommitted. Every level feels earned through pain, repetition, and stubborn refusal to quit. Watching him exploit terrible balancing is satisfying because the system actively tries to crush him. This anime understands gamers who pick the hardest difficulty just to prove a point. Combat is intense, strategic, and unforgiving. Mistakes matter. Death has weight. Progress feels slow but meaningful. The villains aren't just evil, they're obstacles baked into the system itself. It's not for everyone. The grind is real, and the tone stays relentless. But if you love watching someone break a game by sheer persistence, this is your champion. Hell Mode earns its title and its top spot, making Winter 2026's Isekai lineup end on an absolute high. Winter 2026 proved Isekai still has range, from emotional journeys to spreadsheets, optimism, romance, chaos, and pure suffering. Drop your rankings below, argue respectfully, and tell me what I missed. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe for more anime breakdowns, and I'll catch you in the next one.